You was all 6s and 7s.
You were all 6s and 7s after the Zoinkers last week.
Yep.
You were able to get home?
I got home fine, yeah.
It didn't fuck you up like it did me.
Yeah. I know I went to work after.
Oh, yeah.
I was zoinked out. I've been zoinked out in a lot of situations lately. Yeah. I've been zoinked out in the church. I had to do it for church. Getting married, so I had to go do an interview with the priest, and I was zoinked out talking to this priest.
You're already meeting with a priest?
Yeah.
What kind of questions did he ask you?
Do you know what? Yeah.
What?
He asked me if I've ever been abducted.
What?
And then I was like, "Why do you have to ask me if I've been abducted?" He goes,
"What does it matter?"
It's because of the human trafficking and everything and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I guess you gotta cover all the grounds.
Oh yeah, to ask if you are into this marriage willfully, or have you been abducted and placed into this marriage?
Exactly. And then he said, "You've seen the movie Taken, right?" I thought that was funny.
You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's looking for me right now.
Welcome to the Portugal Corner of the podcast, where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. It's episode 178. I am Evan.
Patrick.
Justin.
Chris.
Hey, what's happening, boys?
Not much.
We're
Good
back.
weekend.
We're back at it again.
Yep. Got some cups full of Catedral.
Cathedral from the Dow.
Is it Dow?
It's
Dow.
It's Dow, and I was just gonna say, so you think? Do you think the priest is a big Liam Neeson head?
He might be a Liam Neeson.
Go the other way.
Where's the mic?
Keep testing.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you hit the sweet spot.
Oh, there it is.
I was talking in the mic upside down. A lot of people don't think. I don't think people know. There could be an upside down on mic.
It's a directional mic.
And people listening would probably think you got the hang of it by now, but you haven't.
I just show up.
Week 178. This guy must know how it works.
I show up. I'm holding two plugs. I say, Chris, what do I do with this? He grabs one from one hand. He grabs the other from the other, and he plugs them in for me. And then he says, "Okay, you're good to go." And
You're holding an unplugged plug. You say, "Am I on?" Yeah, like, Justin, you got to plug that in.
I wish I had those new Ray-Ban. What are they? The new
Smart glasses?
camera, the glasses, yeah, and I could just watch Justin get ready for this podcast in first person.
I wish I just wish I had a pair of Wayfarers. That'd be sick, dude. A pair of Ray-Bans, nice.
Yeah, some Bob
Cool.
Dylans.
We should all be wearing sunglasses. Yeah.
We've done that.
We
before.
did that.
Yeah.
I got a box.
Recently.
I got a box of sunglasses over there. We want to do it.
We're gonna do that when we do more video stuff, which is, guys, it's coming imminently. I know you guys are always wondering when are they gonna start doing the video. It's imminent.
Well, that's when the podcast really takes off.
Yeah.
Right,
You want to see that.
Then you're gonna get little clips of us, and then we're gonna talk about things that you don't want us to talk about. We're just gonna be like every week, like Solo. Okay, guys, Solo or Ronaldo. Okay, guys, Ronaldo or
Who's the
Messi.
best? Who's the best Premier League player right now? I
Yeah.
say Saka.
And then
that goes wild.
And then we're gonna clip it, and then we're just throw it on Twitter, and that's how we're gonna get big.
That sounds right.
That was a great plan. We should probably be doing that.
Yeah,
Actually, let's do that.
Damn.
yeah.
Who's better, Postiga or Almeida?
That's what people really want to be talking about.
Hugo Almeida.
Yeah. Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
My weekend was good. Just had to worry about watching one game.
That was
the other
nice-
games were really good too. I could have popped those on. They were at the same time, right?
But they're not Portugal, so.
It was kind of odd that they were all at the same time. Not odd, but I think if they want to take the competition to the next level, split them up. The NFL's figured this out a long time ago.
Yeah.
You want to take up more and more and more of people's time and energy.
Yeah, I know, like crazy football fans. I'm like, they're like, football Sunday. I sit on this couch all day, all damn day long. I'm like, damn, they got you.
Don't think Nation League will have that kind of pull, but maybe World Cup does, and they do a good job of splitting up those.
Look
games.
how far the Nations League has come in a few years.
This quarterfinal, all the games are good.
This was an amazing weekend of soccer.
Yeah,
And you know what? The fans look into it. I was watching clips of all the other games, and especially the home team in the second leg, they're going off. They're lit. They want to win the game.
Of course.
It's better than friendlies. Like you want to, it's for something.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone at the beginning was like, "Oh, we don't get friendlies. We can't try out young players." And I'm like, "These are high pressure games where the teams have to play well. It's like, what better substitute is this for a Euro or a World Cup? Like, this is the next best thing.
Yeah, it's almost cool that it's not like a World Cup or Euro Cup. It's like, this is it. You get a cup, I suppose, but it's like a bragging rights.
It's a little mini competition.
It's like,
I don't think any country's going around being like, we got 2 nations leagues.
Hey, we got one.
Hey, I'm happy that we have one, because if we have 2, then we got the most.
We're not trying to diminish this tournament. We're trying to bring it up and make this trophy mean even more.
It's like the League Cup of international tournaments.
Kind of, yeah.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Really good.
But if we keep winning this, we'll just own this thing, you know?
Let's rack them up,
I don't
baby.
mind it.
And Portugal's all about going in and owning things, so
Oh yes.
I want to go in and own this tournament.
That's their history. Should we just get into it?
Yes.
We got enough. Yeah, we got enough.
Start off
Denmark,
on Friday.
midweek. Was it Thursday? It was Thursday. Portugal, 0. Denmark, 1. We played in Denmark at the Parken. I was looking at Foot Mob. It said the stadium was just called Parken.
At the Park and Fly?
Park and Fly. Diogo Costa saves a wonderful penalty there. He also gives away he tries to clear the ball and
That was scary.
do that.
It looked like he had it, but then the last second he had to like dish it out around the goal.
Well, he was sliding into the net with the ball in his hand.
It would have
And
went
he
in with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to see if maybe he could stop it or something had happened and just kind of threw it out.
He did that very calmly, thank God.
Yeah.
Because if he went in with the ball, like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And coming into the game, I'm like, oh, maybe we'll see Rui Silva or something. Second game's in Alvalade, we'll see him at some point. But I think Diogo Costa,
Oh yeah.
He put his stamp on that.
Oh, you said maybe we'll see Rui Silva in one of the games. Me and Chris were like, no. It's Diogo.
Hell
It's
nah.
gotta be.
well, he started out shaky. Look at that.
He did.
I see him do that.
Yeah, that was
he does that
shaky,
kind of
but-
shit at Porto all the fucking time.
He made a lot of great saves in
He's
this game.
not having a good year in Porto.
Sometimes you gotta let
And the penalty.
sometimes you gotta let the players like get their footing, get comfortable, shake off the nerves. And this is 2 minutes into the knockout.
And he's saying,
stage,
hey.
right?
He's saying, hey, give me an option. He's saying, hey, where am I supposed to put that ball?
He had options. There were
Well, classic Portuguese
Side
style,
passes.
right? It's like you fuck up, you blame somebody.
Yeah.
It's never your fault. Somebody
That's
else's.
all you, Diogo. Yeah.
Is that a Portuguese thing?
Yeah.
100%.
My
He's got to yell at somebody after that.
Something breaks in our house. My dad's like, "What did you do?"
And it's not your fault. It's like, why would someone put that there?
Why
why
did
did
I
I-
have the ball?
It's not like, why did I flail my arms all crazy while trying to put on my jacket? It's like, well, why the fuck is that there?
Yeah.
Why did you set me up like this?
Why did this chair that I'm sitting on break? Why are you sitting on it so hard?
It was something you did.
Yeah.
But for this game, it was the lineup we were all hoping for in the midfield. João Neves, Vitinha, Bruno.
I said that out loud to my fiance when this game came out. I was like, "Hey, we predicted this lineup."
Nice fiance drop.
Yeah.
I looked at this lineup. I love it. This is like my ideal lineup. They played complete shit.
That's wild, right?
Terrible.
Do you think it was just kind of like away game Denmark was on top of them, or?
Yeah. Denmark shut down the Menj Leao side.
Yeah.
They really did a good shutdown.
I think our whole plan was to play in on the wing, and we had no backup plan.
That's always our strategy.
Yeah.
And even in the knockout game, it was only in the last 20 minutes. We literally started just passing balls into the striker, and we hadn't done that for 2 games straight.
Well, yeah, because they knew passing to our striker. What's Ronaldo gonna do? What's he gonna do? He's not running past anybody.
It's true.
Yeah, but you get the ball into the box and then you figure something out. But they were just passing it to the wings, and
Yeah,
it's just like,
Because
it just doesn't work. It's
Ronaldo
proven.
can't carry the ball.
They weren't,
Yeah.
but
They know.
yeah,
it's
I
like
guess the wings were shut down and they weren't getting the ball to Ronaldo in the box.
It's like we have a weakness and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
But it's like we're not even trying to make those passes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like whether or not he can get it, it's like we don't even try to get it to him that way.
Yeah.
But if it's like if you keep passing to the wings over and over and over again, you're getting the same result. You might as well do the odd pass in through to the center.
I guess you need somebody playing with Ronaldo up there, right? Like he's not enough on his own.
Yeah, I feel like João Felix should be there with him, like
Yeah, that would be actually pretty
bringing the
good.
ball up and passing it to him.
Yeah.
But who we did have was Bruno Fernandes. It's just like the midfield wasn't going at all. And it was like
No.
Vitinha had to drop back deeper so he can collect the ball, and then he could only make a short pass out. And they were just kind of on top of us the whole time. And then you got times where you're kicking it out, or Denmark's kicking it to halfway, and it's sad to say, but you know that the Denmark player is going to win the ball in midfield. I don't think they can play this midfield against Germany either, because look, I
tiny
said this,
little boys.
it's little guys. And when you think about people are calling for like, oh, I wish for PSG, I wish they had this midfield when they also had Verratti, who's also like 5'5". And I said, like, what is this, a midfield for ants? Like, that would never work. Like, you got Vitinha, you got Neves, and then Verratti. But in our case, we have Bruno, and he wins some balls in the air, definitely. Kind of around like 5'10", 5'11".
That's why we like Paulinho in the midfield.
No, but even defensively in the mid, we had nothing. Like Denmark was just running through us.
Running roughshod, yeah.
Yeah.
They're big guys. They're a physical team. They can out physical us.
But even like sometimes they're just making Denmark just making direct passes, and
Yeah.
it's like
Just passing around us.
nobody was there.
Viega had a horror show of a game, so he gets a shot that gets blown past his head. Doesn't look like he's gonna get to it with his head, so he puts his hand there. He couldn't get his hand out of the way. I don't know which one. What do you guys think? Probably just couldn't get his hand out of the way.
Yeah, just
He wanted to head it, but his hand was there. Yeah.
It's a little sloppy.
It's so like instinctual sometimes, right? I would think. I don't know.
Either way, they give up a penalty. Christian Eriksen takes it, and fucking Diogo Costa.
Hell
What
yeah.
a save! We know he can save those penalties.
Big penalty saver. Yeah.
If not, we're down one early, and Denmark's hunting for a second goal. That would have been a nightmare.
I still love Viega. Maybe it's a little too soon. He's still young, like 21 or something.
Yeah.
So
I like
we'll
Vega.
see. Yeah, but
Well, it's good to get him out there in this competition, right?
yeah, that's good experience for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
can't say he had a good game.
Too soon, Junior. I guess.
Yeah, I think Bruno played atrocious this game as well. He was, I don't know, his presence was not felt for me.
Well, we were doing the double pivot with Neves and Vitinha, and then Bruno, Leão, Neto, and Ronaldo up top, and it's just not enough to get past these Nordic giants.
It's crazy how leading up to this, like everyone's hyping up the Vitinha Neves midfield, and Berto Martinez is like, yeah, it is great, and he played it, and he fucking sucked with it.
Yeah.
And I think this team playing so bad in this game, it comes down to Martinez, because like I said, I love the lineup. Mm-hmm. So why did it go so wrong?
He can't
It's
inspire
Martinez.
them.
I don't think it's.
You don't think it's Martinez?
I don't think it's an inspiration thing. I think, and we're gonna talk about this more in the second game. It's gonna go on, but I think you put Ronaldo out there, and look, Ronaldo said, "Okay, I had a bad game, but the whole team had a bad game." Okay, but the whole team has to carry you because you were 41 years old or 40 years old. And look,
Look at this goal. Look at Denmark's goal.
That's
Yeah.
not his fault, but
That's not Ronaldo's fault. Why is the whole team playing bad fall on Ronaldo?
because I think that you already have one. This is just my opinion. You have one guy already who doesn't press, and that's Rafael Leão. And I'd rather, if you can't have two guys who don't press, and I feel like I'd rather have it be Rafael Leão at this point than Cristiano Ronaldo. I feel like you can only carry one guy who's only attacking.
Well,
But look at this goal. What
the
does
issue-
that have to do with pressing?
The issue with this goal was that all we try to do is play the wings, and for this play, Nuno Mendes was so far up, and there was so much space for the striker to get in there.
Denmark win it.
So
Pass.
Pass him
Nuno,
right
Nuno
through us.
Mendes should be up here.
yeah.
No one's watching
Every
that.
defender couldn't get the
They're all
ball.
ball watching.
And those
Yeah.
center backs were just chasing. They didn't even know where to be.
You also throw in a guy. I think they took one of the guys off. I think they took Neves off at this point. You got Ruben Neves out there. Why is Ruben Neves still a substitution in the year of our Lord 2025?
I know that
know,
really
man,
pissed me
man.
off. Ruben Neves should not be playing.
Why is he playing these
He
guys
shouldn't be
who
on
are
the-
playing in Saudi?
He shouldn't be on the team.
No. Yeah.
He played both games.
I know.
So yeah, Rasmus Højlund scores. He hits us with the big Siuuu.
yeah.
A big Siuuu.
Big mistake.
And Rasmus Højlund's a guy who's out there that you're like, I'm not scared of this guy. He should not be scoring on me. Not worried at 1 second. Bruno Fernandes is looking at, he's like, these are the two strikers I'm left to play with, Cristiano Ronaldo and Rasmus Højlund. Like, must feel like, what do you call it? Impotent out here. What can I do with these guys?
Rasmus Højlund suing on Ronaldo is like when Atletico Madrid went up against was it Juventus? When he was
Yeah.
on Juventus and then he came back in the second leg and beat them.
With the big balls?
Yeah.
Big balls.
Yeah, the worst Cristiano Ronaldo fans will clip that one day.
Yeah. Oh no, I've already seen clips of
You've
him
already
suing,
seen the clip?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, suing in the second game against him.
Oh, wow.
All in all, what do you guys rate that Siuuu out of 10?
Højlund?
Yeah.
He didn't take it all the way to the corner. He got excited. He
Yeah, you definitely
sued
got excited.
early.
I thought it was a pretty good Siuuu.
It was a good suit.
I think it was a good one, yeah.
But then
in
what,
front of the Denmark
what
fans.
Ronaldo said after is like, yeah, I'm Mr. Worldwide. Like everyone does my celebration all over the world. It's an honor, and I hope to do it against him in the next game.
Class.
And he did.
Love it.
Pure class. Yeah, good
No,
answer.
he can still say the right things. He's still good in interviews. He said again in that same interview, we all look. I played bad, but we all played bad. Kind of deal. But I think
He's a good speaker, leader.
Let's talk about the second match.
Let's go to game 2. So Renato Vega and Pedro Neto both get recalled. Were they injured or were we just done with them?
They got sent home.
Yeah.
Well,
He didn't need them anymore.
Yeah, he flipped them for Gonzalo Ramos. I didn't even know you could do that. Send Gonzalo Ramos home and then be like, yeah, just come back.
Come on down.
I thought you have to make a convocado list for like both games.
He didn't have him in the squad. He scratched him because they have like 26 players, right?
I
And you
see.
can't field all of them on the bench and on the field.
Kind of like a healthy, very Canadian. My
healthy
brain is
scratch.
very Canadian pilled.
Which I thought was
Healthy
stupid
scratch.
because at the end of the game, we were like looking at the bench. We were like, we want to put on strikers in the first game. And I was like,
yeah.
who the hell are we going to put on?
We
I was
have
like, okay, it
nobody.
makes sense. Ronaldo played the whole game.
Then
I guess Jota was on the bench, but yeah.
Yes. Jota, he featured in
But
the
you,
second game.
before this international break, Chris, you said Jota hasn't been in form.
He hasn't. He
Yeah.
played okay
In the second game.
In the second
Yeah.
game,
Yeah, his last
came on.
Liverpool game in the League Cup was bad.
I think he scored 1 goal in the last 15 games or something like that for
Yeah.
Liverpool. He's been
But
atrocious.
he doesn't get played much, and he definitely doesn't start, so it's late subs.
Yeah,
But we'll get to he came on in the second game.
yeah.
Second game, Portugal 5, Denmark 2. And for as big as that scoreline is, there was just the heart attack after heart attacks.
Back and forth.
Yeah, that was one of the scariest games I've watched in a long time, but also exhilarating.
Yeah.
Game gets pushed to extra time after being leveled at 3-2, with the aggregate tied up at 3. Ronaldo misses that early penalty.
Right in the beginning, they cross it in. It looks like Portugal at home was a completely different animal. It looked like they were in control of this game. The substitutions that were different was we had Ignacio in, who plays in Sporting. This is home stadium. We thought,
This was a Sporting day.
super comfortable. Bruno Fernandes, who also loves that stadium, is in there. And then,
You guys are big stadium guys, right?
It's
I
huge.
mean,
makes a difference.
look, it's not that I'm a big stadium guy. I'm that obviously the lineup on Thursday sucked.
Yeah.
He made some key changes. Ignacio in, Bernardo Silva in instead of João Neves. I don't think João Neves, if I'm being honest, did enough to keep himself in the lineup for over the second game. So I'm kind of with that.
Agree.
And then you got a tricky Chico Conceição on the wing instead of a dud Neto. I mean, Neto had that one chance in the beginning in the first game. Other than that, kind of marked out of the game. Conceição kind of doesn't. It's not that he doesn't get marked out of the game, but he has that kind of mentality that I'm gonna keep going, or I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna make something happen.
He works hard, yeah.
He pushes and he's scrappy, and he'll try to deke the shit out of anyone.
Yeah, or if I'm not gonna I'm gonna chop it one way, and this guy's gonna put out his leg. I know he will, and I'll fall over that, and that's a foul, right? That's good.
Hey, that works.
Yep.
But yeah, we switched that one short king for another. João Neves for Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva honored at the beginning of the game for his 100th appearance.
Congratulations.
The 8th centurion on Portugal national.
And he got his little hat.
I like that little hat, yeah.
What is with these little hats?
Because they're called caps. And this is his 100th cap.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a weird little old golf hat or university
I want
hat.
one of those caps.
Ooh, that would
Where
be
do we
big to
get? Anyone out there in the world, do you know how to get one of these crazy
Where do
little
you get the
hats?
100 cap?
We want the stuff. We want the giant super block.
Yeah.
And we want the little cap.
I want the 100 cap.
I'll say, growing up, I think it was just maybe Eusebio had 100 caps, and then Fernando Couto got there, and then Figo got there, and then since then feels like everyone gets there.
Well, there's a lot
It's
of games. There's a lot
a
more
lot
games.
more
yeah.
games, right? Yeah.
Then you got guys getting a lot older too. I think João Moutinho holds the second most caps for Portugal right now,
Yeah.
after Ronaldo, obviously.
There also used to be a thing of once you're past 30, you kind of
Yeah,
retired.
32, 34, it was I'm off the national.
Yeah, 32, 34, I'm going to focus on my club career or whatever.
Even Moutinho was playing until he was 36.
Yeah. But you know what? We needed him.
Different technology nowadays. Don't forget about the secret gel packs they're all drinking, right?
That's true.
That'll keep you going longer.
Did Moutinho even officially retire? Could we give him a send-off game?
No, I think he did.
Oh.
So they put Bernardo in there. He hasn't had a great season. People are saying it was just ceremonial to get him the 100th cap. Could have been, but also it was probably tactical because, like I said,
I think he played well.
I think
You know what?
Neves didn't do enough, and he did his job of like just being that support player. He didn't do anything spectacular. I don't remember him much doing anything crazy.
Sometimes he's not noticeable. It's like, but he even out there?
But he's doing his job. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Quietly.
For the first like 60 minutes, I was like, I don't know what this guy's doing. But like once we got to like grind time of like we need a goal and extra time, I feel like Bernardo Silva became our best midfielder.
Yeah, he's pushing. Everyone was pushing at that
Like he was quiet. I didn't notice him at the beginning at all. First like 50 plus minutes, I was like, what is he even doing out there? And then once it got to crunch time, I was like, oh, this guy's a fucking superstar.
So I was saying how we sort of dominated that play early in the beginning, and what that led to was that early cross in, and we got that PK, and that guy. Look, I'm gonna say my opinion. That's not a penalty. That was a ball don't lie situation. But you guys talked about the penalty, but I don't think he touched him enough to go down. In the Italy-Germany game, there was another light one that people were like, that wasn't a penalty, and they VAR'd it, and it wasn't. I don't know how Ronaldo got that.
He gave him enough of a push. He put two hands on him.
It felt pretty weak to me.
Yeah,
Sure, it was a little
weak, but
soft.
come on,
They
that's
got
football.
lucky with that call. They
I don't know.
got lucky.
I think it's one of those things where it's like Portugal's at home. It's it's Ronaldo. People want to see them advance.
What do you
I
mean?
thought it was
well
weak.
that angle. It looks like it is.
No way.
I don't know. I thought it was a weak call, but I'm like, I'm gonna take it.
Well, okay, obviously we're gonna take it, but
What's even worse though is the fucking shot that he comes up with.
Oh my god.
And you know what? All credit to Schmeichel because these 2 games he played like a fucking champ.
Let's look at this
Did
one.
okay. But we're looking at a view right now, and that's not enough arms on him. He doesn't hold him or touch him.
Look, he was already going down before he got touched.
He doesn't force his momentum
Watch,
at all.
Watch. No.
He sells it well. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, do we give away penalties for how good you sell it? Was this WWE?
You're allowed to sell.
This guy's selling.
No, I don't like the call, but that's
He's
just me.
he's selling, but I'm not buying.
Yeah.
Patrick, you had a
Yeah, it's like a Porto call inside Alvalade.
Hey.
Patrick, you had some opinions on the shot, on the penalty shot.
Oh, I think we all do. I think it's horrible. I've never seen him do a penalty like that. Usually he blasts it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he tries to do this little I think he tries to fake him out or something, like a stutter step, and then do a little shot.
Then he loses the power.
Horrible.
He could have at least
No power.
at least tuck it. It wasn't even tucked.
He did a double hitch at the end that looked like he didn't know what he was doing, and I said, I think he's got the yips.
It's got the
He
yips.
might, yeah.
You know what the yips are? But Chris definitely knows. But it's when you get in your own head in golf and you can't really hit a putt or a chip, which are like the more simple kind of shots, the little ones.
Yeah.
Not a big swing, but like a little close one. And you start getting in your own head, you overthink it, and then you botch it.
I think he's got the Saudi yips.
Saudi yips,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's like,
Maybe.
is it time we just give it to Bruno?
Bruno does the same shit. The little stop and stutter
And
step.
he probably scores more.
I would say
Maybe.
why not? You're 41 years old. It's like, why not go up and step it in? That's a skill that you shouldn't lose. Honestly,
Yeah.
shooting a penalty is a skill you shouldn't lose. I think Romario could probably still score a penalty if he was
Of course
good
he
at penalty.
could.
You know, I hate to bring up his name on an international break, but you know who takes penalties very well? Pavlidis.
Oh, lately, yeah.
Just run up and smash it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Top corner.
He's a young man who doesn't have the yips. You miss
I
one.
guess so.
You miss one high though, and you start getting the yips, and you're like, I just want to hit the net, and then you just want to hit the net. And you're like, well, the net's pretty well covered by the goalie. That's how you get in your own head. Look,
You definitely don't want to blast it over like a Beckham style.
I don't want to lose. I don't want to get too into the weeds on Ronaldo, but he botched it, and I was in Rosa Bronco for this one, and the Ronaldo fanboys were like, "Don't worry, he's still gonna score 2. Don't worry, he's gonna redemption still score 2."
Hey, I like that attitude.
Yeah, but to be so
Positive.
addicted to
Positive
him,
vibes in Rosa Branca is good for the national team.
Yes.
That's true.
I think people are addicted to Ronaldo being their hero, and they forgot what Portugal is at some point, and he's still playing 90 minutes in this game.
No, it's not about Ronaldo, but he's fucking playing 90 minutes, so we gotta cheer for
It's
him.
too many fucking minutes, though.
That was
Yeah, he
good.
gets another good chance right after.
Good header, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really great header.
Good cross, good header, good save from Schmeichel.
Nuno Mendes finding Ronaldo, or always keeping an eye out for him at least.
I will say one thing about Ronaldo is he'll fuck up, but he doesn't wilt. He's just like he wants the next chance. So that's a positive.
Yeah. Shortly after, we get a corner, and Bruno pops it in, and it hits off 2 Denmark players, and ends up in their net.
Bruno's put in good corners.
Yeah, him and Nuno Mendes on the corners are pretty lethal.
Yeah,
I like the selection there.
Nuno Mendes both games was amazing.
Nuno Mendes is unbelievable.
The 1-0 lead was key for us to get out in front rather than Denmark score first. So had some belief there. Ronaldo jumped really high for that. Kind of made them want to make a play on it.
Wasn't there a point in this game where we thought Nuno Mendes was injured for a bit?
Yeah, he went down for a second.
I got so scared. I'm like, this guy's brittle.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen next? Then Denmark ties the game off a corner as well. Almost the same play on the same side of the field. And then it got really scary because we were down 2-1.
Every time Denmark scored, their coach just went up like crazy. It reminded me of remember back in the day watching like Bugs Bunny when he was a conductor.
Like, this guy must be playing for his life because he's probably gonna get fired or something. I don't know.
The Denmark guy?
I don't even know who he is. What?
I don't know.
He's animated. He's trying to get into the, as they call it, Final Four